Welcome, ancient ones. I want to say thank you to all of you for all of your kind words of support, for your tips, but most importantly, for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, for showing up, not for me, but for yourselves, for taking this journey and really sticking to it and walking the path. Shout out to my day ones, because of course, I could not have been there or made it without you all. Initially, you supported me. You believed in me from the beginning. We're 11K up right now. Come on. Welcome and thank you to all of my new subscribers. Welcome to the community. It's an inclusive place. I make sure I take care of the comment section and I read any harassers and things of that sort so you guys can speak freely. Yeah, and I'm loving that, like, you guys aren't holding back. You're walking in your power. You're not afraid to say, yeah, that's me. You're commenting, you're participating. You guys are like really making a community here. Get comfy because I'm here. So with that being said, I want to say, as always, for any information you may need, that will be in the description box below, including a host of information and resources for medical, mental, and any other circumstantial situations that you guys may need assistance with. Feel free to look down below. Whatever you may not see, there's a link there. It will take you to a cool website known as SEN. It is an acronym. Check it out. It has so many resources. They're all chronologically organized, I believe. And I mean, whatever you feel fits your situation might be there. So check it out. I also want to say that these messages do not take the place of professional medical, mental, legal advice and or treatment diagnoses and so on and so forth. Use your discernment, follow your intuition, sit your ego aside so that you're open to the real messages for healing for yourself, your inner child, your shadow, your higher self, and all of that, right? All right, so guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and backhand the notification button so you are alerted when I'm here. All right. Now, like I told you guys before, these are going to be long. Some of you might like the longer videos. 12:12 as I'm getting into this on the clock right now. So this is going to be long. Get comfy, grab your sacred herbs, your tinctures, teas. Somebody probably knits. Go get go finish that blanket. No, but seriously, guys, get comfortable. I have a lot to go through here. This is a very intense message for the witches, high priestesses, high priests, and other magical practitioners. It is a massive downloaded message, and so bear with me. This video honestly might go into being an hour long. It will be one of my longest videos to date. So please be kind to each other, be kind to the channel, smooch the like button. I love you guys. Okay. All right, let's get into it. I also want to say trigger warning. This reading will obviously contain themes of witchcraft, so on and so forth. So if you know you have a witch wound, it could be tender or some type of trauma based around religious indoctrination, you may want to sit this one out. Come back when you're ready. If you're unaware, if you have a trauma or a wound, then brace yourself because this may be triggering for you. But as I previously stated, come back on your time when you're ready and open to receive the messages, when you're in a space that feels safe for you. All right. Okay. If this isn't your thing, that's cool, but do us all a favor and reserve your energy. I hate to have to remove anyone for forcing their religious beliefs or hateful words on the community. So just sit this one out. Because those things really don't bother me, but I just like I'm in a horn beat when I said that, because that's true. They don't bother me, but I'm a neat freak and I like to take the trash out when I see it. All right. So heed this message. This is an inclusive channel and a neutral space for the spectrum of energies that we all embody, both light and dark, physically as well as spiritually, on a universal conscious level. So if you can't act your 3D age, then at least for the sake of your journey in the community, can you please act your spiritual age, my ancient friend? You wouldn't be here if you wasn't ancient. Okay. So there's a lot to get through. Like I said, get comfortable. Let's get started. So the message that came through was, you are connected to a very powerful, ancient, mystical shamanic ancestor of a highly ranked clan, and they are guarding you as you co-create with the divine in this universe. They are not letting anything distract or hinder or hurt you. You have seen them in your dreams as animals or beings that could have surprised you or even startled you. Some of you immediately recognized their energy and felt safe. For some, it could have appeared as like a baby or in your dream, and they had like abnormally beautiful eyes. You could have been seeing balls or flashes of bright lights in your peripheral. So, especially if it happens really fast, sometimes they linger for some of you. But in actuality, and you could have felt like it was like a long, like they was there forever. But like in actuality, they weren't. It probably was only like a few seconds to a minute. And it's because where they are from and they're projecting their energy from, time doesn't exist, or it is around where time moves slower. So like it takes them years to age compared to this realm, right? Some of you have been seeing shadow people and having experiences amp up for you since you went through a portal. This portal could have taken place either over the summer or last year, or it was a new portal you went through and it was like remnants of that portal. Something about like you went through it like energetically really fast, so you could have like experienced a surge in massive energy. It could have left you feeling restless. Some of you have been having these shadow experiences for years, and it probably scared you. For some, you got used to it, or like you immediately recognized the energy. These shadow people are shamanic ancestors that are heavy shadow walkers. They remain in the shadow. They are ancestors that are very what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say intense, but it's like they are, I guess I'll say intense, because it's like what they show you isn't for the faint of heart. They show you death, they show you disease, they show you rot, they show you things that a lot of people subconsciously don't want to be aware of when it comes to themselves, because it hurts, it's disgusting, it makes some people physically nauseous. And these ancestors deal with that type of energy all the time, and a lot of times they project as this shadow because they're coming from the shadow realm. They're coming from this underworld, so they're coming out deep from the subconscious. Think of the subconscious like the ocean, and like the farther you go down, the darker it gets and the heavier the pressure gets. That's the energy I can describe here for these ancestors. For some of you, some of these shamanic ancestors are like purely of the light. Some are these beings that are very neutral, and they are, light, dark, they travel the spectrum. And then some just stay in their perspective elements, either it's dark or light. These are definitely of the dark, so the energy that I'm describing to you could resonate. You could have felt like a very tightness in your chest when you've seen these shadow beings. It could have knocked you down or to your knees. For some of you, this could have been a sleep paralysis incident, and you felt like severely suffocated, where you felt pressure in your eyes. Someone could have even had either gotten a sty or like something like a burst blood vessel. The energy was very intense, and it wasn't that they were trying to hurt you. It was just they were trying to give you a glimpse of the type of power that they hold, and that is initially also in you as well, because it's your bloodline. And so they were trying to show you two things with that. It felt like, one, you fight your own power a lot, and sometimes you manifest things that are negative or adverse to what you really wanted to manifest. So they want you to be mindful of your own negative energy, because it shifts, and you are the type of person where when you're upset, everyone in the household is walking on eggshells, because they feel like a very intense energy radiating from you, and it's not fun. It's not something that they want to be around. This could even have cost you your relationships at one point. But they want to assist in helping you master your shamanic gifts. So they're going to be passing down remedies, recipes, tinctures, healing modalities, past life visions and memories, and of ancient ways and practices of doing things. So some of you could have recently started washing your clothes outside, or something about a river or a stream or something of that sort. So can't, oh, that was another thing, but I'll get into that because camping came up, but that's like this whole thing with that download. But yeah, so like I said, nightmares, night terrors, sleepwalking, sleep apnea, sleep paralysis could be significant for someone here. Whew, bear with me, let me get a sip of water. That was, yeah, so guys, start drinking more water here because a lot of you are experiencing DNA upgrades, but I'm gonna get into that. Your dreams could seem more or feel more realistic. They are very vivid, or seem like they stick with you all day and you can remember them like very vividly, especially in meditation or when you close your eyes. And it's because they are real. You are an avid astral traveler. Sometimes you bring back a lot of information in downloads and it leaves you stunned or stuck for weeks. Sometimes you bring back information that's pertinent for the present and you'll find yourself in conversation saying random shit that doesn't make sense. And then later on, whoever you was talking to would be like, damn, or, like, wow, that just happened. Or, you know what you said the other day? That actually happened to my friend, or it happened to me. It's like you're just unconsciously speaking prophetic messages through your shamanic gifts. These ancestors also want you to step into your authority, but of the spiritual. Okay. The energy, y'all. These ancestors also want you to step into your authority. And it's because of the spiritual rank that you hold. So it's like time to walk the walk. Since you talk the talk, now it's time to walk the walk. They want to let you know that the reason why the energy is so intense with you is because you have control or hold rank over forces that others do not, such as certain entities or beings from other dimensions. They want you to be aware of your ego peeking through here, because it could lead to or feed grandiosity, leaving you void of humility and sincerity in your journey. Because of this rank you hold, your path is very much pertinent for this time that we're in, for this age of Aquarius. It is certain things you were sent here to do, of course, whether you're aware of it or not. I just want to say now, certain things I'm going to have to omit here because they were so specific that some of you, they're saying that like you have, or you're in a place where you are under heavy lock and key, under heavy protection, and they don't want you to expose yourself. So you may not comment, like I said in a few videos ago, you may watch and like, or whatever the case may be, but you don't comment because energetically you feel that. You feel like, nope, I shouldn't, let me just not. But they don't care as long as you get your messages. So again, please take what resonates. Also, you could be having very colorful dreams. You could hear music in your dreams. Someone dreamt in black and white, either when they were younger or when they had gotten older, like going into their late 30s or 40s. You could also have a disability and it has gotten worse after the pandemic, or for some of you, it recently or unexplainably gotten better. And a disability, whether it's physical or mental, because I was picking up wheelchair, so like being a paraplegic, or something with vision, someone here hands. You could have you could be an injured vet, or you could have had some injury where it happened probably early on in your career. Because I even was like picking up sports, so like you could be playing baseball or something like that, something with your hand, some type of, you could have even had some type of surgery. And then with mental, I kept picking up like you have a phobia or of some sorts, like you took hermit mode and developed like agoraphobia, or something where it's like you'll go outside, but like, and it's really not that. For some of you, it's the energy, the day and the time we live in, you absorb a lot. Like you don't watch the news because of, the the information about, you know, the wars and things like that because it's too much for you. So you may watch a lot of informational things. You could have like several different hobbies, and that consumes like your online time. So you're not consuming like the news or anything. At best, you'll probably watch like the weather. For some of you here, like I said, it's physical, mental. But for some of you, this could even be wow, it just left me, so I probably wasn't meant to say it. Okay, well, anyway, if that resonated, there's also an energy that followed up with something about your doctors. They could be asking like, what are you doing differently because your health improved, or like I said, because for some of you, it unexplainedly just got better. It could have been like DNA upgrades. For some of you, you could have had close contact with your star family around that time, and they were working on you, and you could have had certain marks, bumps, and bruises appearing on your skin when you would wake up in the morning. I also picked up for someone here. This is very specific, so please only take it if it resonates. You could have a child, and this is who that message pertains to when it comes to the disability or whatever illness this is. And it like miraculously turned around, or like they got something about like a donor. 1144 could be significant for someone. You could have been born first of all, could be your life path number, right? Or you could have been born in November. You could be 44 years old. You could have been born in 44. Shriners Hospital is also significant here. Baby laughter and giggles. Now I also got songs here, so goodness, a lot, and we 16 minutes in. Let me get another sip of water. Main song from the ancestors, these shamanic beings, and it mainly came from these predominantly underworld dwelling, shadow walking ancestors. They want you to know you have this ability, but you don't need to use it in this lifetime because that's not why you're here. This is more of an energy of like, this is what you're capable of, but let us do this. So you're someone who, you don't, like I said in the High Priestess reading, you don't necessarily have to like doing spells or you don't need to do them, but for some of you, you do it because you love high magic, you love ritualistic energy. In this, for some of you, these are those ancestors. For some of you, you are your own ancestor, and that's why this energy permeates around you so heavily. But the song that came through was I got you under a spell, and I don't think I'll be letting you out. And it's by Get Scared, and the group name is literally Get Scared. It's a banging song, like probably should listen to it, but they are energetically telling your enemies to get scared because divine justice is not in their favor. These are high-ranking, shadow-walking shamanic ancestors who hold pull in the higher realms because of this bloodline. The bloodline is not separated because somebody is dark or somebody is of light. The bloodline is a spectrum in itself. Each ancestor has their own gift, ability, and purpose. That's why down here you have some people who were meant to be indoctrinated in religion and stay there, and you have others who were meant to be free and conscious and do other things. We're all here for a reason. And so they want to let you know that it's okay. You don't need to do anything. Sit back, because this is actually a reaction to an initial action that was taken against or towards you to hinder, block, delay, or hurt you in some way, but it fell because of how spiritually protected you are. And now these ancestors are like beyond livid. The gloves are off, and they're not having it because it was like some type of energetic disruption that had taken place, or it disrupted your sleep pattern or something, and that it messes up the time that they were taking to work with you. Like they probably work on you in your sleep, and that's why your dreams are the way that they are. They were working on your astral and your spiritual body, working and making sure that the upgrades and the knowledge you're getting is going to your vessel is going to be able to contain it. So you could even be experiencing like a lot of breakouts, like your acne. You could have had severe acne as a teenager and now it's flaring up again. For somebody here, you could have PCOS and you had it under control. You started eating better, but now it's flaring up again. And it's really because of like your sleep pattern and energy disruption. And then like all of these upgrades and things happening to you and around you. It's a lot. And so your body is responding to it. Another song that came through was You Don't Own Me. You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. And that was for someone who has either been controlled or is in a controlling situation. They're wanting you to heed the messages. Yes, you are safe. Yes, Archangel Michael has been contacting you, but so have they. And you could have possibly been praying them away, and it made them come closer because they were trying to show you that they want to help. They don't want you to move. See, sometimes it's not your ancestors or spiritual team from the light that's exacting revenge. Sometimes their duty is to come in and cut the swords. Like Archangel Michael has probably severed so many connections for you. And then while they're working on healing you and making you feel safe and abundant, the ancestors, like these shadow walkers who have heavier, darker energy, they come in and they start moving these enemies and so on and so forth away and handling all of that. And that's why sometimes these experiences, they amp up because they are around to do their job. You praying them away won't work because they're your ancestors. They're on your team. They're there to do their job. I have to take care of these ancestors while you're comfortable with that ancestor or that spirit guide or angel from the light over there. My dark ass in here trying to help you and you praying me away. Like, what are you doing? Like, stop spraying and lighting incense is not working. I'm here to do my job. I have to protect you and get rid of these enemies. Who do you think is listening most of the time when you're praying and trying to get out of certain shit? It's me. I'm on the other end. Like, okay. And I come up here and you pray me away. 222 on the timer while I'm saying that. So this is that energy of like, listen, I'm trying to help. But yeah, they're trying to break you free of this situation. Now, here's another song that came through. It's You Don't Own Me is old too. I heard the one that came out. Damn, I think her name is Leslie Gore. Your name could be Leslie, or your initials could be LG. You Can Ring My Bell was another one. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Someone has been on there. If someone has a bell on their altar, or you have witch bells or chimes, or you make witch bells or chimes, or you use animal skulls to make and hang these chimes on them. It's something you're doing, but it's on your altar. But someone here more specifically takes the bell and they ring it. Is You ring it to open a connection between your spirits, or to ward off undesirable entities or energies. They want to let you know that it's working. If you recently had someone over and you felt the need to clean and do so, because floor washes, magically amplified, intuition unmatched, and remote viewing came through with this download as well. And with that download, they were saying these shamanic ancestors, who are actually a combination. They come from a high-ranking clan of like high priests and priestesses, and like this specially built team for you are like, they're not playing. Because what came through was Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, you shall not pass. And it's like, it gave me that feeling of your energy is under heavy lock and key. You could have really had somebody recently in your space and you felt the need to cleanse the fuck out of that shit. Or, like I said, you're just under heavy lock and key and they're not letting nobody in. You probably haven't had company in your house for years, aside from Amazon, probably. But they want to, someone here is, they want to let you know that for someone here, or for some of you, you could have been summoned in meditation and could have been witness to sacred rites and ceremonies, or a healing celebration. And it literally came out as a healing celebration because it was a group of people standing around someone who was laying on a mat, and it was big leaves, these big tropical looking leaves that were covering them almost like a blanket. And these beings they were standing around them and they were chanting, and it was like the person started glowing when they were on the ground. It was like energy was radiating within them, and then like it was a lot of music, and just it seems as though they could have taken you on some type of healing journey, or you're meant to go on some type of healing journey. Recognition and reward from these ancestors is coming to a good majority of you because of the shadow work you was already doing. Even when you was scared, even when you felt like you weren't accomplishing anything with your shadow or your inner child work because you were still being triggered. No, you was just getting out the last bit of poison that needed to go. So you had to be triggered so that it can get out of you. You did the work. All the times that you cried, you laughed, you got upset, you expressed yourself, you became vocal, you stood up for yourself. That was you literally doing the work. That's what they want. They want you to be able to do the work and feel like you're not doing anything, because that's what makes the time and the healing go by super quick. Because when you feel like you didn't accomplish anything, you got this whole CVS long receipt, and you know how long those receipts can be, but all the things you accomplished and healed and purged. A lot of you, it's because you're tied into the moon. So just keep that in mind, that your energies, especially, I'm going to say the men more than us, because we are programmed to flow with the moon. And when you start getting your menses, a lot of feminine energy, you just naturally sync up with the moon. But for the men, tapping into your femininity is going to link you with the moon, and it will help you correctly purge these emotions so that you have better control and mastery over your emotions and your emotional intelligence, and so that you can read the room like that without wondering, why did I react like that? Oh damn, it is this moon phase. What does this mean? Oh, I'm supposed to be cutting cords, or I'm supposed to be releasing. Maybe that's why I told them I didn't want to do XYZ anymore. It's that type of energy of noticing what the moon cycle is, because you'll also notice what deities or ancestral presence is around you at that time so heavily. I also picked up practicing telekinesis, recording yourself practicing with different materials such as metals and rocks. For some of you, this could be even like an element you're using. So it could be water or fire. This could have led you to become a recluse, though, for someone here, because you could have been targeted. Someone, it may have hindered your confidence in your magic or psychic abilities. For others of you, this targeting intensified it, and it gave you confirmation that you are as powerful. You could have even started practicing opening portals in your home or in nature. Experiencing timeline jumps and loss of time is a result of that you've experienced. I also want to touch on sleepwalking dream walker. This is someone that's a dream walker. They're able to walk through the dream realm, and this is an ability they had since a child. You even had beings come back with you and experience extreme fits of terror, because some of the things you witnessed when you were young, your mind could not comprehend. You could have even slept in your parents' room for a long time. You probably were even embarrassed, because even as a teenager, you would still sleep in there sometimes. You had a lot of activity, paranormal activity in your room growing up, especially around the age of puberty. Your energy was very much, it was chaotic. But it was also healing. This is someone that was very vocal as a teenager. They did a lot of yelling and screaming, but as they got older, they are very docile now, very deeply under and understanding and overstanding of concepts, people, and actions and emotions. You're an experienced astral traveler, and sometimes you wake up in strange places or positions. You could have been called a wild sleeper by a loved one. It's kind of like you sleep and you kick people and all of that. Other signs and synchronicities and confirmations that could be significant for you. So please take what resonates. Seeing triple ones, fours, 144, 313, 414. Someone's area code could be 852 or 610. You can have an itchy scalp or something about psoriasis or eczema or some type of dermatitis. For someone here, you could have vitiligo. DNA upgrades and symptom flare-ups. I think we talked about that, especially with the acne. For some of you, your hormones has been very wonky. And it's because they're trying to work on you while you were under spiritual attack, and they were trying to balance and recalibrate you. And sometimes, like I said earlier, it just shows, like your skin, like you'll start breaking out. Past life connections, and specifically past life connections to past lives of persecution. For someone here, that was in almost every lifetime you were persecuted. You experienced the witch trials. You experienced all kinds of. You experienced slavery in some form. Could have been, from ancient Kemet to, up to the transatlantic slave trade. You could have had ties where you had did something very karmic in a lifetime, and it kind of bound you to these persecuted lives, but in this lifetime or a lifetime before this you broke free. But maybe you're still having dreams of this. You could even be someone here could even be having dreams with their Kemetic ancestors or their Mayan ancestors. Someone here is African royalty. You could have been a very powerful ruler or warrior. Someone had a past life where they was connected to the Black Plague. It could have ravaged them or their loved ones. And in this lifetime, you're like a complete germaphobe, very clean. And I keep getting that saying, like, everything in its place, because everything has a place. Someone is a root worker and comes from a long family tradition of practicing hoodoo. Now, two things here. This is a family lineage that's aware, and it's like you were openly and actively taught this. And then for someone here, this was something that was discovered because your family is heavy into the church and they don't talk about that. But you are the one that's meant to step into this path. Saint Germain may be significant for someone. I hope I said that right. Someone's grandma was a prominent church figure, but she could have also been a very powerful and influential age. Oracle also came out, so someone could be connected to the oracles of Delphi. Someone here drives a motorcycle, and I got this message of, please stop riding when you're upset. You're needed here. I'm going to leave it at that. So if you know, you know. And I'll repeat it again. Someone here has a motorcycle, and I also picked up Jersey, Utah, Arizona with this message too. You don't have to live there or anything like that, but the message was, please stop riding while you're upset. You are needed here. So I'll leave it at that, all right? So if you know, you know. Heavy connection to nature came through as well, and several energies are included here. And guys, if you made it this far, this message is definitely for you, because we 32 minutes in, okay? You could be 32 years old. This message is for you if you made it this far. It's very detailed, and it's because it's a large collective, so but also they want to be sure that the right ones are getting this message. So like I said, if you made it this far, Ancient One, this one is for you, definitely, when we jump into the oracle. So but yeah, heavy connection to nature, several energies here, including fae, fairies, fairy ring, or fairy doors. Something about this is on a tree in your backyard, or it's something that you've seen on a nature trail. You thought it was cute. You could have taken a picture of it. It could have been something that was very profound to you for some reason. You could even be from like the Elven, or connected to Pleiades. You could be connected to Heharu. You could be connected to Venus. We have birds here. Someone here could be seeing crows, ravens, magpies, red-winged blackbirds, swans, blue jays, peacocks, and or red cardinals. For some of you, it's eagles and hawks. These birds could be following your car, sitting on the roof of your car or the hood of your car, visiting your home or garden. Something about a bird feeder and hummingbirds, or you have a bird feeder. For some of you, this is infernal energy, and it's coming through swans, owls, and crows, and it's coming through as toads as well. Let me say it again: toads, not toes, but toads. So you could be seeing amphibians and things like that. Other nature and spirit and guardians came through. Now with the guardian energy, it felt indigenous. This could be some type of nature, ancient nature guardian of an indigenous clan. They could have invoked this guardian to bless and protect their land. So certain cultures, certain people may not feel comfortable there. This could even be connected to a national park. You could even be connected to a specific national park where this nature guardian resides. Um, we have reading and researching another language and or spiritual concept. This could involve things written on papyrus. You may have had visions with a scribe, or you were a scribe. They were teaching you something when you were young. This could have been some form of studies for you. Even in your dreams now, I'm hearing that like you are in school with them because you're here to reignite this gift. Um, you could be growing your own herbs or building a greenhouse. Something about a tea set in Beauty and the Beast. You could have a replica cup of the little cup chip. They want someone to know, yeah, it's time to refresh your wards. I might have already said that, or you already have done this. The Monsters came out, so that could have been a TV show you watched when you were younger. You could have been born around the 50s and 60s. But for some of you, you like those types of old TV shows. You could have a dark aesthetic. I Dream a Genie came out. Someone here could be connected to jinn or have them in their family or work with them. You could be from the Middle East or be of a mixed race and have Middle Eastern in your ancestry. Hellbender is here. This is a movie. This you could be a witch that is coming into her power, or maybe you are a parent of a witch, of a teenage witch who's coming into her power. Black and white movies and silent films is significant. Love Witch is significant. Either the movie or you are a love witch, but it's like not a witch of like hurt or harm. It's like self love, like energy of bringing harmony into this realm. It gave very much flower child type of energy. So maybe you were like a teenager in the 70s. You could have hitchhiked a lot. You could have did a lot of traveling. For someone here, you did a lot of drugs. You did a lot of acid. You're one of the lucky ones though, because you haven't really had any residual side effects, but you have some really cool memories. I also picked up Solar and Lunar Witch, spending time in nature, building and holding sacred space with her. I picked up someone here is very eclectic or very secular. Another energy I picked up was heavy shamanic energy around Amazonian type of ancestry, or maybe you live near the Amazon or you have family there. These family members could have someone here could have left their village and like came to like a bigger country that was more developed to go to school, and maybe you travel back and forth to this family or this place where you come from. You could be from South America or be from a country where it's you live up near in the mountains or in like the jungle, or like you have family there and you visit them or something like that. Or maybe these were your parents, like your grandparents. I also picked up Do Not Disturb in the waning crescent moon. You were highly internal and very private around that time. The moon phase that I think we just passed that moon phase, or we're currently in. I haven't checked. I'm not going to check. I'm already, we're already so many minutes in. But if it resonates, take it. I picked up goth, but I picked up glam goth, Victorian goth, trad goth, cyber goth, and emo goth. I also picked up Anne Rice. So someone here could used to have Anne Rice posters or books, or maybe you're heavy into vampires, or you're a vampiric goth, or someone here that you just like. I'm picking up Southern goth. So maybe you like that theme of like Southern goth. Someone is letting their natural nails grow. I'm hearing I take care of my own mani and pedi. You could be a nail tech or in training or very talented, fast learner. You have a lot of charm and charisma. You attract a lot of people and customers. Now for the chakra energy, I picked up intense pressure on your third eye, receiving a lot of visions, itchy crown, getting very intense and profound downloads, some of which you might not understand at the moment. Burning and itching palms for your chakras, for your hand chakras, they're being upgraded. So you could be someone that does a lot of work with their hands. Like I said, you could be a nail tech, you could be a hairdresser, you could be a doctor, phlebotomist, someone that handles or someone that does a lot of paperwork here. Someone here too, you take care of children. You could be a nanny or au pair, or someone that runs or owns a daycare, or maybe you work with children. Children gravitate towards you, so working around children was like a no-brainer to you. It's that, and it's this witchy like energy, this healing high priestess shamanic energy you have, and they feel very safe around you. Again, please take what resonates. These every download might not be for you, but I got to get through these. Someone moved or upgraded their garden or their home. Something about decor, maybe a new patio set, or again with this bird feeder, but something too around garden gnomes or fairy homes. Someone here needs to lock a new mirror, or a mirror you thrifted. You're a heavy thrifter, but you don't. Something about you need to lock this mirror and make sure you're cleansing whatever you're thrifting. It could be clothes or items, or you could have noticed a uptick in spiritual downloads or paranormal activity in your home. For some of you, it's your own power manifesting though. It's seeping out through you and manifesting in ways, and that's why I said in the beginning, be mindful of what you're thinking and saying, because you're very potent around this time. Now, for someone here, you can work at an occult store or an apothecary, or you own one, or you frequent one, but you have energy on you from this store, and it seems like this is a place that's like a safe haven for you. Now, for some of you, this is a store that gave you the ick, and you like, I never want to go in there again. Well, you got some of the energy still on you from that store. Just be mindful. There's a big tree that they showed me, and it was either in someone's backyard or a trail that they frequent, and it doesn't have initials on it. It has a protective symbol, sigil, or rune carved onto it. And then for some of you, it was still that energy of a miniature fairy home or fairy door, or something miniature that someone put on a tree. Could have been like I said, some type of art form or something like that. Someone has recently gotten back into camping or glamping. This is someone that's not afraid to adventure alone. When you're on these trips, you're getting downloads, you're connecting with these ancients. You might even come back feeling more empowered and powerful, and it's because your energy is very cleansed and very healed. You could own an RV or be someone that's on van life right now. You're very heavily guarded and protected. You haven't had any wonky experiences that made you want to quit van life, but you have seen and experienced some unexplainable things. But you're happy for the experience, so you're not scared. You're like excited for the adventure. And you listen to if someone listens to a lot of podcasts, or you listen to a lot of readers while you're driving your long distances. I also picked up long distance through hiker. You're someone that has a lot of patches from different trails. You're a through hiker and you wear it proudly. You tend to like to do it alone, but you don't mind going with a group of trusted friends. You've had shared many experiences and unexplained things with this group that you've been with, or when you were by yourself out on these hikes, and it ignited a crucial part of your spiritual journey. This could have sparked this untapped, some of you have this untapped, unlimited inner power source that's becoming accessible to you. You've either discovered a higher self or oversoul aspect, or reached a huge milestone working with them, and now you're locked in infinitely. After lifetimes of pre-programming of forgetting who you are, you've reached a level where if you had to incarnate again, that will no longer be the case. Someone here is named Tate, or had a nickname like Tatum Tomatum or Potatoes. Something like that. It could be a name game type of thing, like Banana, Nana, Fofana. It was something like that. Your name could start with an A, O, S, a U, a M, T, X, P, or R. Doesn't have to be. It could be initials of someone you're very close to, or someone from the other side. Doesn't have to be. It could be multiples of those letters in your name as well. Somebody's name could be Anna. You could be from a southern part of Mexico, or I'm hearing Tex-Mex or Mexitex or something like that. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. Someone here named is Sergey or Xerxes. This could be a pet's name. I also picked up Santiago, Marcus, Sal, and Salvatore. I picked up Mitch, Paige, Taylor, Britt, Brat, Angelique, Samir, Malik, Leek, Thomas, Thompson, Xavier, Reagan, Rain, Oscar, Odessa, Armani, Mary, Marilyn, Josephine, Sophia, Jojo. I heard Hooray. Okay. Your inner doesn't have to be your name, or your name could start with some of those letters. Again, take what resonates or how it resonates. You're energetically very intimidating to folks. Physically as well as spiritually. You could be a gym rat or someone that's very fit or athletic. Or some type of military personnel. So again, you're probably in tip-top shape. Someone here could be a retired drill sergeant or some high-ranked position that afforded you clearance to certain classified information about things that would certainly prove conspiracy theories right, especially on a mass scale. You could have been stressed out and lost your hair at an early age because of the type of stress you had to hold on because of the information at your job. Someone here is a child of someone that works at Lockheed Martin. You probably received a lot of grief from your peers or certain things like that. You always felt something weird, and it always felt like a heavy military presence around you and your family. Certain things couldn't be spoken of. Your parent or whoever this is, or if it's you, you can't speak to anyone about your job. So like your relationships and shit, they just crumble, or like people feel like you're very secretive, and it's because of the type of position you hold. Let me get a sip of water. You could have been for some of you, you have a traditional tattoo. It's on your right leg. It's a full sleeve, or it's on your hand and it's a sleeve. For some of you, this is a traditional tattoo that you get when you come of age. So someone here could have it on their chin or near their mouth, or it covers their cheek or something like that. It's very beautiful. You're very handsome and pretty. With this, you could have been self-conscious about it at first, but you still held pride in it and you wear it proudly every day. You could have a full back piece or arm or leg sleeve dedicated to the old gods. For some of you, this is Pan. For some of you, it is a Slavic or Icelandic god. Something about fuck, it left me something about flowers. I don't know. You could have been a boxer or a UFC or mixed martial artist. You could have specialized in Thai or some type of Asian or South American form of art style of fighting. Someone here is a lefty. You're a southpaw. You either play baseball or you like I said, you box. South Park could be significant for someone. The Animaniacs, codename Spy Kids, Daria, Wayne's World, something about 80s babies, 90s babies could be significant. You could have had your baby in the 80s or the 90s, or you could have been born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, vice versa, whatever. Take what resonates. Someone has a beautiful afro and long hair. Someone was definitely a flower child with bare feet, wild hair, teenager. The 60s and 70s is significant. You could listen to a lot of music and watch a lot of movies from around that time. You could have had a past life in that time. You could have someone here went historically blind temporarily, which is temporarily blindness due to trauma, usually of a visual source. So you could have seen something, whether it was supernatural or whether it was like something very traumatic in this realm, and you lost your vision for a while. You probably had to talk or go see a lot of doctors about this mysterious psychosymptomatic phenomenon that has overtaken you. But it cleared up at some point. Someone here named is Sherry. And the song that also came through was Cherry Pie. This was a song that someone used to sing about this person named Sherry, and they used to say, "She's my cherry pie." It's an old song. I think it's by fuck. I don't know why I want to say Police. Somebody here is connected to. Oh, somebody here is connected to the Police. I don't know why I said that, but the song Cherry Pie is by The Warrant. Somebody could have warrant or have warrants, or something about jury duty. But yeah, they used to sing, "She's my cherry pie," or Cherry Pie. The song could be significant. Someone was in a rock band, or you play the drums, or you were the bass, or you either backup or lead singer or dancer or something like that. You were very active in this band. Yeah, I picked up Wednesday Adams. Could be significant for someone here. You could again resonate with that goth energy I picked up. Someone has a dog, a cane corso or Dobie named Bane, Brutus, Bruce, Bruno, something like that, or I'm hearing Titan or something like that. For some of you, this could be a pet that's on the other side. A white German Shepherd or a high content wolf dog had came through. You could have owned a high content wolf dog, or you went to some type of place where they take care of these high content wolf dogs, and you formed a bond with one. You could be connected to a Norse god. Yeah. Wow. Um, Yeah, and they're coming through. They were trying to connect with you. For some of you, this is a sacred animal that offers medicine for you. It's something about you and courage. So, a lot of you around this time can have a lot of animals flocking to you, or your animals just acting strangely around you. Especially the cat owners, they could be chasing a lot of orbs and lights in the house and be very active at night, to the point where you have to put them out your room. Someone here had a floofer. I'm hearing it was a name. It was a bastardization of their original name, and you would say, "Come here, you fluffing floofer." This was like a big, burly, or very fluffy dog. It could have been a Saint Bernard, or you had I don't know the name of all dogs either. I don't know the name of that medicine dog. But they just could have been big, or you could have, yeah, it's like a very big dog. For somebody here, it was huge and had like a lot of hair. It's very fluffy. Someone has a pet, a guinea pig, and something about Peggy. Someone could have grew up on a farm with chicken eggs. You could live somewhere the sun doesn't set during a particular time of the year. And it was something too that came through about volcanoes and photography. Someone here owns a drone, and you live somewhere very recluse. And I'm hearing you live somewhere very recluse because of your highly telepathic abilities. They want you to know that this is confirmation that yes, the experience you experienced were real, and the call for it was like a not a mayday or a SOS, but it was just like, is it anybody out there type of call. And I heard them, it was kind of like a hello, or you were sending out something, and it just was kind of like this feeling of energy of like, oh, I feel alone, or it's so mass. It's, everything is, you feel alone in it. And I guess it's a sense because you're so closed off to the rest of the world. So this is definitely somebody that's like deep, tucked away from civilization, from people right now. Like you don't have much contact with other human beings, not one. Like you're really solo. But you send out a lot of telepathic messages. You could even be connecting with the stars and or things that you witnessed in the sky or around your property. You could be from the Midwest or Oregon, or you're close, like within reasonable driving distance. Someone could live near a national park, or you take hikes in national parks. Someone is connected to the Catskills, or Shenandoah. I also picked up Crow Mountains, or you have ancestry. These shamanic ancestors that are around you are from the Absaloke, which is what the Crow Indians were originally called, and that's what they call themselves, Absaloke. It's Apsaalooke. Your name could start with an A or E or K. Someone here too is connected to, or you had a connection or an experience with the Anasazi, and you were out there doing something, or you had some type of meditative experience with them. You could be from a family too that had moved. You could have been from Montana or North or South Dakota or Wyoming. Again, Yellowstone could be significant for someone. You could have had unexplained experiences in the woods of national parks. I may do a separate reading on this because it was a lot to unpack there, and I had to block out some of the information I got because it was like it would have been 20 pages, but it was a lot to unpack there. They want you to your ancestors want you to keep quiet about that because some of the stuff that you experienced was part of your shamanic healing journey and initiation. It was like you were given the key to to like some type of key to open a gateway for yourself to pass through to embark on this journey. Montana and Dakota could be somebody's name. Somebody here could have had a dog named Coda, or it was something like that. It could have been a Malamute or some type of husky or something like that, or it was something where it was furry. Could have been a Chow Chow. These could be relative names. I also picked up the swamps or swamps. Your family owned land or lived near a swamp. Something about toads and frogs are all over your backyard or porch or something like that. Heavy connection to nature here again, and this could also be that infernal energy coming through, or again, this shamanic energy coming through, because the dark is heavily related to nature and heavily connected to the water. So you could be an earth or water sign. Someone has a nature trail in the back of their home, and this could be your current home, and you have children, and this is their childhood home, and they have a nature trail, and you guys go on hikes a lot. For some of you, this is your fur babies or some type of family pet that you and your family take on this hike trail. For some of you, you could have found a salamander or some type of lizard. It was could have been on your porch or on the trail you were on. You're starting to spot a lot of elusive animals, and they're coming out specifically for you because your energy and these shamanic ancestors are asking them to provide messages for you. 55 minutes we are here on the timer. If you are still here, please know these messages are for you. You do not have to doubt that these are confirmations. Someone here is a skilled outdoorsman, and they connect heavy with energies in nature. They are a high priest. This is something that their friends and family does not know. This is something that they keep close to them. You could live up in the mountains or be a recluse, or you could live near a prominent hike trail, and you have a lot of cool spots that you go to conduct these ceremonies. Someone here is partially off grid due to government harassment or some sort of or something about your mental powers expanding, and you needed to be away from people. Something about the town you was in or the city you was in felt too small. Again, with that outdoorsman energy, I picked up high magic with this high priest energy. Excuse me. Whew, that's heavy confirmation. I'm so sorry I did that. A little ASMR for y'all. Yeah, heavy energy with that high magic there. You could even you could have recently purchased books on ceremonial magic and high magic. You could be doing a lot of research and watching a lot of old documentaries. Someone here is they have been connecting with Dante's Inferno and permeating in that type of energy. Yeah, it is. It feels like you're comfortable there, but this is a path that you consciously chose and intuitively chose, because you knew that it was healing powers there. Something about you finding out that you could become deified going through this initiation in this lifetime. Take that if that resonates. That was very specific. But yeah, for that government harassment energy I picked up, it was something about your mental powers or your psychic ability. So you could be that person that I said that uses telekinesis to or you have some type of pyromancy or something. You're very connected with the elements, and you've attracted some type of government experience where you had either the helicopters or somebody approach you and talk to you about certain things that you felt were off. And you know, like, wait a minute, like, this is real, and certain things started happening for you. You could have lost your job around this time. You could have felt like you were being bullied at your job and gotten fired for an unjustified reason. Someone here could be in a lawsuit with them, and you can't talk about out because the case is active, so you can't talk about the lawsuit right now, but you know you're going to win. You're just waiting for them to settle. This is a part of your journey as well, for you to be able to move away from this town or this government harassment. You're going to be able to have money so that you can move or something like that came through. Someone here is an avid hunter or tracker. You know the trails like the back of your hand. Okay, so at first I wasn't going to say what they're saying. Yeah, I have to. You have expert tracking skills, but sometimes you use them when you become infatuated with someone, and you you track them, or is you, I don't want to say stalk, but like you got these abilities and they're largely abnormal. Your team is wanting you to stop that because you're too powerful to use your abilities for something of that sort, but it was almost like impulsive and sometimes you can't help it. But you're getting better at using your skills. It's almost like you're too intelligent and you need stimulation, and it's almost like idle hands, you know, you're going to get into mischief. I hate saying idle hands does the devil's work because, like, what? But like, you're going to get into mischief, and they want you to tap in and track. It's almost like you've gotten bored with what you were tracking and hunting. For someone here, this is you're tracking something that you saw. You had an experience. It could have been an experience with a cryptid or something you believe was abnormal, and you are becoming obsessed with this, and that could be where this tracker stalker like energy is coming from. It's like you're stalking something out in nature, but they want you to know that you're protected, but don't do stupid shit. You could be connecting with an ancient god, conducting some type of ceremonial magic. They did show me a nude man, or it could have been a woman, but they were heavily robed and hooded. It was big. It looked fancy, expensive, and heavy. Could have been like velvet or velour or something like that. Someone here could have just bought some type of material like that, or a couch like that, or it could have been a pillow or something. Like it could have been blue or something like that. I also picked up traditional or hereditary bloodline, royal bloodline sorceress connected to a royal family of Mesopotamia, Asia, Kemet, Kush, Africa, Mesoamerica, Greece, or Rome. Someone here too could have been of some type of powerful sorceress or shamanic bloodline from a very secluded place that was like an island or some type of village. Or this could have been an ancestor or like a relative, like a great grandparent, and they like never moved to like another country or like America or anything like that. They stayed in their village, and that's where they just lived out the rest of their days, and you're starting to connect with them. You could be being called to go to more tropical places, or to go to places that are very lush. 111 on the clock, as I'm saying this, go to places that are filled with foliage and trees and like luscious nature type of stuff. Someone here, you could be a tarot reader or hairdresser with growing hands. Someone here is a tap dancer, a singer, songwriter, an artist of some sort. I got performance art. So like you could do like art installations where you actively paint in front of people. You could be a speed painter, because I also got spray paint and like graffiti art. Like you could do this on t-shirts or buildings. You incorporate sigils and certain things from your spirituality into your tag. It could be a sigil or something of a deity that you work with, or you created your own sigil that represents your own deified status or high priest or high priestess status. Someone here is a skateboarder. You got a crazy ass scar, or it could be on your leg, or something happened to your ankle. You could have had to get screws or something like that. This could even have been your knee or your elbow. Someone here is a nutritionist. Someone's in law school or in law enforcement. Med school is important here. I had philanthropist who is against social injustice and corporate corruption. That includes politicians and even activists and fake nonprofit groups. Someone here is a part of a nonprofit. Someone is in politics, and it's because they want to use their healing abilities to clean out the corruption. This could also be an activist. This is someone that holds some type of law status pertaining to activism. Someone here could also have drawn a picture of Buddha. Now, that is the end of the downloads. We are an hour in. I feel like they were so that was detailed. So again, guys, take what resonates, and leave the rest for everybody else. It is a huge collective. So we're going to move on to the Oracle. If you feel like you got everything you need, you don't have to listen to the Oracle. But for those of you who like to see the cards, then cool. We're going to get into these messages about what these mystical, ancient, shamanic Yeah. Ancestors have to take you all, okay? All right, let's get it.
If you made it this far, like I said, you are the ancient one that this energy is for. Get comfortable. We're going to dive in. We're going to see what these ancient, mystical, shamanic ancestors, for all of you ancient divine beings, have to say. All right? Yeah, for some of you, you've been being called to the dark. You could be doing a lot of underworld meditations. You've been doing this since before the wintertime came, though. Yeah, look at that. It's like something full circle here. You got in tune with the cycle. You've gotten in tune with the cycle of life. You decided to get a jump ahead start. You like, listen, I know when the wintertime comes, this is when a lot of traumas and triggers come to the surface. It's shadow time, internal time. So you started working on your shadow well before the winter came. You were cleansing this shadow in the sunlight. You were, oh my goodness, nurturing them. You didn't wait for it to get dark to bring it out to heal. You was taking your shadow into these places full of light so that they can have rest and ease and be purified, so that they can be integrated. You was practicing this medicine on yourself. Tell us more. Yeah, and now you feel, some of you could be feeling energized or like you've healed from something. Tell us more. What else do these ancient, mystical, shamanic energies have to say? What are the messages? Yeah, the drum. You go to the beat of your own drum. You go to the beat of your own drum. This is someone that does not really follow rules and regulations and things like that. Like, you are literally a disruptor. You are not a virus that we needed. You are the medicine this matrix needed. You are the missing piece that fixed the algorithm that burst forth and burst new awakenings for others. Like I said, birds could be significant. Someone could be seeing hawks or eagles. Yeah, it's like you found the healing code within yourself, and now you're bringing it to the forefront. I'm hearing follow the beat, follow the drum. You could be hearing drumming. You could hear drumming when you're in meditation. Yeah, I said when you're in meditation, and we have the spiral and soul retrieval. This is definitely someone that went on this healing journey with the intention of fully healing. You see how you went down. Like, you literally, what did I say? You gave your shadow sunlight. You went down literally in the darkness with them. Both of you radiating this gorgeous sun, this solar energy, right? So that you could find your inner light in these shadows. This soul retrieval, this is you retrieving the parts of you that were hindered by your witch wounds, by your shamanic wounds, by lifetimes where you couldn't heal certain people and it broke your heart, by injustices, certain things of that nature. 49 could be significant. You could have been born in 49. You could be 49 years old. The number 13 here. Definitely this witch energy of you retrieving lost fragments and pieces of yourself to make yourself whole. Because in order to, what does it mean to really be a shaman? It doesn't mean, oh, I go around healing other people. It means I heal myself so that I radiate this healing energy to everyone else so that they have this guiding light to find their own light to heal themselves. For someone here, you're a guide into the shadows. You lead people through shadow work. This could be therapeutic sessions you hold. You could be a therapist, a counselor, a peer mentor. Yeah, Holy Mountain. You're someone with very healing energy. Like I said, confirmation here. Someone definitely lives in the mountains. Someone here is very much tapped in. That is, I thought so. That is a moon and then the sun there. This is that energy of you holding lunar and solar energy. So you could have resonated with the readings I posted about this type of high priest energy. This is also too nods to the I'm here and put these back. Someone here could have been eating a lot of corn, or you grew up on a cornfield, or something about sunflower or sunflower seeds. But with this lunar and solar energy here, this is those ancestors that work. Like I said, some in the light, some in the dark. But this energy resides within you. And it's not so much of choosing one. They want you to envelop both so that you're well-rounded, informed. I'll say it. I'll say this. I don't argue with people who troll my channel because obviously you're helping the cause by being here and commenting. I just remove them because they are parasites. They want your energy because they're not ready to listen to their shadow. You're someone who causes these type of awakenings in people. Just by you being yourself, you shine light on other shadow, and they don't want people to see that. A lot of times people don't understand when they're trolling a channel, their ego and shadow is whooping their ass. And that's why they can't help but to comment negativity. Because when you happy, you ain't hating. And if you hating, you ain't happy. You get what I'm saying? Who wastes energy like that? If something doesn't resonate with you, or you don't like what someone is saying, and I'm hearing this is too for someone who you could have gotten into it with, you could have been on like your Instagram or your live or something about your practice. Your practice is too holy to share. They want you to pull back about sharing some of your practice. I'm hearing for some of you, your practice is actually closed, and you could have been seeing instances in your magic where your practice, they're like, you need to close it because everything is not for everybody. You're a holy person and you spark the divine in others. And when they don't want to work on themselves, you shine light on their shadow. You're too tapped in. Whoever this is too tapped in, because with these solar energies here too, you like, I already seen that coming. I don't need to react. You're someone who's a master of their abilities, of their emotions. This movement to me feels like it's going to come into alignment for you. You could be highly telepathic, like I said, and live up in the mountains, or you hike in the mountains or camp in the mountains a lot. But it's this energy too of, like I said, like you don't need to waste your energy on negative things. That's why I said I don't reply back to negativity. I just remove it because what are you guys getting out of that? Misery loves company. Some people hate the fact that you radiate this holy type of energy and that you're so tapped in and connected. You could be 25 years old. You could be 49, 50. Someone here has a birthday on the 15th, or you have a 15-year-old. Someone here could be a life path number 8, life path number 5. Sheesh. Yeah. What did I say? Magic at the bottom of the deck with Time Master. Someone here is tapping into other forms of communicating with other beings that come from different time realms. These shamanic beings, they come from a realm where time doesn't exist, or it's slow. So there's no rush. And for some of you, this is why they've been so patient. For others of you, this is you as well with this portal energy. Yeah, with this magic at the bottom, this is something that you've done with your magic. You could have jumped timelines. You could be 33 years old, or you could be resonate with this master number. Someone's address is 3357, or 33 and 57 is significant for someone. This could be a mother and daughter energy. But with this time master, you jumped timelines. You did something with time here. Wow. Yeah, with Ghost Dancing Coyote, whoever this is, you embody the trickster-like energy. You are the sacred clown. You are someone who tricks people into revealing their shadows, and you guys do this energetic ghost dance. That's why I went on that little rant there with the holy mountain, because it took over me, this energy of whoever you are a powerful trickster, and you trick people into seeing their shadow and doing a ghost dance so that they can heal. So you may find yourself in a lot of verbal conflicts. You may not have mastered the art of stealthy observation yet. You feel like you have to shove the truth in their face. You could be arguing with people in your family that are churchy, or they I'm getting this holier than thou. This is the energy of you trying to live in your truth, and they're telling you what you're doing is wrong or something like that. And what they don't realize is that everything they're saying about you is true about them. And it's this ghost dance where you're literally bringing forces and spirits from the other realm to help you in your mission and being this energetic shaman. 22 and 12 could be significant. Your birthday could be December 22nd. You could be 22 years old. You could be a life path number 22. I don't know why that went like that, but I'll take it. Yeah, the heart of sky. You're connected to the ethers. Your heart chakra is very active. You're very passionate and compassionate, but sometimes you're passionate in, wow, yeah. Sometimes you're passionate in a way where people get offended. They think you're upset with them, but you're just very vocal and very passionate about what you believe in. You're connected to other realms through your heart portal. It's something about every time you do a heart chakra meditation, you reach new heights. That's the number 24. Yeah, my candle went out as I was speaking to someone there. Someone there dives deep into the void. You go to a place in your heart chakra that most spiritualists and most people don't talk about, and it's the part of the heart chakra where pain and trauma reside and it is stored, and people don't realize that you can't clean it. It's there for a reason. It's there to give your heart chakra weight and energetic memory of energies that resonate with you because you felt that pain before. It's a feeling of an energy in a heart chakra of letting someone know that they're alive, but also keeping them grounded so they don't become too euphoric, and so that they can still see through the rose-colored glasses, even in situations where they may love someone to no end. You dive into that part of the heart chakra. Like I said, you could be 24. Your birthday could be on the 12th of a month, the 22nd or the 24th, the 25th, the 15th, or the 8th of a month. Your birthday could be August 15th, December 8th, August 12th, August 22nd, August 24th, December 22nd, December 24th. Yeah, wow. Like I said, these ancient ones is here. These ancient ones are here. These ancient mystical shamanic ancestors are here, and they're saying you have this blade. This blade is powerful, and here we are with lunar and solar energy again, right? You have this blade. For some of you, this could even be in a thing that you use in your ceremonial magic, but this is something that is also a spiritual blade that you carry. For some of you, it is a sword, but this is not a sword of necessary truth. It is a sword of medicine. 1313 on the timer. It is a sword of medicine. This medicine can either hurt, hinder, block, or heal. You have this power from your ancestors to do so. You can either choose to use this to protect or use this to attack. Energetically, like I said, this is someone that could be very intimidating energetically, but to you and your ancestors, they like, who gives a fuck? Hold your head up. You wearing the whole crown. Pick your head up. Shoulders back. You're the one we chose. So what? You get what I'm saying? Like, this is that energy of you have spiritual rank. So again, you're here for a divine purpose. So again, we say, are you intimidating or are they intimidated? And either way, that's not your problem or theirs. It's something energetically that they need to solve within themselves. So yeah, no, in fact, it is their problem. It's not yours. It's not your ancestors. It's the other person or whoever may come up against you. You're heavily and divinely protected with the crow and the moon out here. Like I said, lunar and solar energy. You're heavily protected. Your intuition is unmatched. It's so much moon energy out here and solar energy. Not only is it unmatched, it's supercharged. 1444 on the timer, as I said that. With this crow here, you have insights into the unseen realms. That's why we have ghost dance out here. Like I said, you're someone, if you resonated with that Bastet reading that I did yesterday, no, I mean the day, what was that, like a few days ago? You have that ability to see when someone is projecting their shadow, because you can do this ghost dance. You can see into the unseen realms. You bring back medicine for people's heart chakras. You bring back medicine for people's journey in their soul. You bring back darkness, but you also bring back light. You could be you could be very thirsty around this time, and it's because of your energetic upgrades. These ancient ancestors are always around you. They're trying to get you to see the shaman in yourself. You could be having an experience where sometimes you look in a mirror and it does not look like you. What did I say? You have the sun and you have the moon. You have both solar energy and lunar energy. You are so tapped in and connected and protected. Yeah, with Sweat Lodge here, you purged a lot of things that needed to come out. This could have even been around your throat chakra, because every time I'm trying to do these readings for y'all, here it comes. You could probably experience a lot of people trying to attack your throat chakra. Yeah, for someone here, you could be going through it with someone that's in your field. It could be very competitive or something like that. Or you could be up for some type of audition. Your ancestors are saying relax, because not only, like I said, medicine comes in all forms. Your dancing is very therapeutic for people. The way you play that instrument, the way you sing, the way you look when you are taking pictures or your art, you are very therapeutic. Yeah, the Earth Keeper. You resonate the energy of the Earth. You are literally a guardian of the Earth. You could be an activist, an environmentalist. You could be someone that's helping to clean up the ocean, or you were in a program like that when you were younger. You could be 18. You could have done this over the summertime. You could have had some type of spiritual awakening. Someone here, birthday is on the 18th. Someone here, birthday is July 18th. In here, your birthday could be January 18th. All of these, and they saying take them, and I will. Confirmation here too. Yeah, you are beloved by them. They love you. They protect you. They don't play about you. You are the beloved. Confirmation on the owl. Like I said, someone here, 1744 could be significant. It could be like your address or numbers in your phone number. But this owl is here because someone here has been connecting with birds, connecting with an owl, connecting with some type of infernal or ancient goddess or god energy here. You're in flow with this. They're appearing to you because there was something about some type of curse that you needed to lift. Like I said, for someone here, you are a lot of you ancient ones, you are your own ancestor. So sometimes you have accrued some type of curse or karma because you may not have lived a honest life at one point. You could have been the problem instead of the solution. But they're helping you get past that. You could have went on a vision quest with this deity, or you could have gone on a vision quest recently. This could have been self-induced via someone here was using lion's mane, or you could have had a wild dagger. Something, you could even have used blue lotus or something like that. You could have had a petal. With this vision quest, you were shown some type of truth. Here with fire, something was purified within you during this vision quest to help you make way. This curse was removed as well during this vision quest, or I'm hearing you need to take one. They're going to remove this. It's going to be purified. Your passions will be ignited through this energy. Yeah, for someone here, owls and stars are significant. You could have recently been working with stolash. You could be interested in astronomy. Or you're someone who follows the planets and the stars, or you could be also someone that likes horoscopes. You could be an tarot reader who reads for astrological signs. You're very good at it. You have a very huge following. People love your work. Yeah, the medicine wheel and wild woman. Yep, this is someone that's a very healing spirit. This is, and take this wild woman energy as nature, also because it's just energy. So like you don't, you get what I'm saying? Like you don't have to worry about Oh, I'm not a woman. No, it's just energy. If you made it this far, Ancient One, you know, so I don't have to beat it in your head. But you carry this medicine wheel. Like I said, someone here, it's your energy. Like I said, you could be seeing birds. Look at that. We got snakes and cats here. So yeah, reptilians, even like I said, lizards, reptiles, things like that could be significant for someone. But you carry this. For someone here, this is you. You are this tarot reader. You are this singer, dancer, tap dancer, artist, musician. It's something that you do. You could be writing a book, or you could be a researcher. Someone here translates things. You have that scribe energy, so you could be someone that does a lot of data like entry or some sort. Yeah, confirmation. Like I said, you could be seeing eagles. You could be, your birthday could be in the 16th. You could be 62 years old, 39, 19. Someone's birthday could be on the 19th or the 14th. You could be 20, 35, 60. Life path number 5. Goodness gracious. You could be 54, 53. I'm hearing somebody might have a birthday today, so happy birthday. Sheesh, yeah. Look at that with wind out here. Are you freaking kidding me right now? You're literally caught up in their energy. These ancient mystical beings surround you. They're all around you. Confirmation, too, with this energy. Someone here definitely is able to work with the elements. They're able to control it. You could possibly have something to do with the weather. Yeah, with taming the wind at the bottom. Sheesh. Yeah, you could be 55, 63. The number 10 could be significant for someone. 9 could be significant. Oh, wow, I said 9 and it got so freaking dark. My candle just went out. I'll leave it here. My candle just went... I'm going to leave it here and I'm going to tell you why. Give me 1 second. I'm going to tell you why. This is crazy. I should have brought up more candles. And I don't feel like pausing and going to go get them. But I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to end it here. Because like I said, these ancient mystical ancestors, they want to work with you. They are extremely fond of you. You've made a great sacrifice here, or had some type of great sacrifice. You know what? I'm gonna keep it going. I actually like this. Like, you have a great sacrifice here. You made some type of great sacrifice. Sheesh, yeah. This is the energy of you went through a lot, and you want to know why? Because you're embodying the cosmology of the shaman with the Andean cross out here. Confirmation for everything I have said in the downloads and in the reading. They're upgrading you genetically. It is time for you to step into your authority. They're ready for you to take to step into your power, into your authority of this higher ranked being, this shaman, this multi-dimensional shaman. More. You know, I might film it like this for now on. I like this lighting. I have to save my candles for more pertinent things. Yeah, what did I say? You did a lot of healing, shadow out here. Yep. What did I say? You're getting recognition and reward from your ancestors. They telling me to keep going whether the candle went out or not. For some of you here, you under spiritual attack. Everything you do almost tries to get disrupted. I know, listen, the months that I was away, I did a massive cleansing and cleaning, okay? It's funny to me that the candles went out, and something like, you know what, I love being under candlelight. I don't really like artificial light, but something is like, you know what, I gotta keep it going for them. I'm not cutting it short just because the candles went out. If anything, that's probably what the enemy want me to do. You get what I'm saying? And for some of you, it's kind of like recognizing things like that, things that used to trigger you. It don't have to be perfect. Your shadow not perfect. Your shadow is the flaws and all the things that you're ignoring or want to get rid of or hide. But they telling you, they telling me you embraced it, you healed, you sacrificed something great. You showed value, I can't even say it. Listen, you showed great, courageous, and courage and tenacity here. And they're ready to give you and solidify your shamanic status. They're ready to do that. And you're getting recognition and reward. Yep, look at that. Underneath, you beat temptation here. Yep. Memories of love. For some of you, this could have been a loved one or some type of relationship you had. You had to get up away from them. Confirmation on someone here could be 18, or your birthday could be on the 5th. Your birthday could be March 15th, March 6th. You could be a life path number 3, life path number 6. Yeah, tell us more. Yep, this is somebody in deep solitude, and you was placed there for protection. Confirmation on what I said about somebody that lives in the mountains. Your psychic abilities led to this. They're saying that it had to happen that way. Someone here is an ex-cop or detective. Something about you. You were very skeptical, but certain things that you've watched and heard, not just on my channel, but like just in general, signs, synchronicities from other tarot readers, and from your spirit team, has you had no choice but to accept the truth. You could have been thrusted into solitude. You could have got hurt on a job or something like that. Yeah, discontent and boredom. You could have been going through a period of healing where you had to stay stagnant in a place or some type of energy. Somebody here could have had to recover from some type of surgery. Somebody could have had some type of a body procedure cosmetically, like some type of a skin removal or something like that. Tell us more. Yeah. Wow. But you're getting victory and success, like I said. They're giving me this song too by Pierce DeVille called King for a Day. Someone here could feel like they're sad about some of their past lives. That was another thing with the connections with Shadow. Reconciling some of these past lives because you feel like you were wronged in a past life, or you could have a south node that indicates that you were of royalty of some sort. So it could be like, wow, it's kind of like, how come I couldn't have that life here now? But it's like you are going to have that, but they need you to reconcile this shadow so that you can integrate that past life, so that you could bring forth the blessings from that past life here. You're going to hold some type of wisdom about that. They're saying that's the truth right here. Yep, look at that. What did I say? Firm foundation. Reconcile this first and you'll get the firm foundation, your finances, your root chakra. Yeah, what did I say? Spiritual moving, and you moving on from that. Move on from that type of energy. Yeah, get out of conflict and defeat. You're going to have movement and choices. Didn't I say that fire came because you are being, your passions are being ignited. Your heart chakra is being cleansed by the fire and your passions is being ignited. Didn't I tell you that? And you're getting wishes and fulfillment because you are the hope that this society needs, that this realm needs, because you literally are the light. You are powerful, and these are powerful beings. You could be seeing lions. This is someone here connected with all this fire. You're connected to Sekhmet. You could be a high priest or high priestess of Sekhmet. Yeah, look at that. With partnerships and alliances, you could be a high priest of Sekhmet. You could work with Anhor. You could work with Mahiz or Nefertim or some Sphinx related or Lyran related for some of you, this could be Hecate, because in some of her iconography, she's depicted with lions. She has something with lions is associated with her. Yeah, what did I say? Your intuition is on point. It is unmatched, and it's bringing you harvest. Didn't I say? Every time I try to deliver your message, it's something about the throat chakra. Somebody Somebody's trying to disrupt what you need to speak, what you need to say. Y'all just seen how my candles had went out when I'm trying to give y'all these messages. Disruptions. Somebody sitting back watching you, praying on your downfall. And the spirit is like, ain't motherfucking happening. Because with solar plexus here, your real identity is that I am identity. You know who you are. They want you to remember who you are. Yes, you are a shaman. Yes, you are a witch, a high priest, a high priestess. You are a god. You are a goddess. You have earned a deified status, and it's bringing in your material and spiritual wealth, your prosperity. You've earned it. Yeah, have patience and planning at this time, because accelerated motion is definitely important for you. Let's dive in and see what some of our high priestess and witch ancestors have to say. We heard from the shamanic ones. These are all healers. So, you know what the witches are healers too. Gotta get that out your head, but they're not. That's like saying, oh, all black people are bad because, this black person did this. That's one black person, or that's one white person, or so on and so forth. You can't say all witches are evil, or this is all you get what I'm saying? Just because you had a run-in or of stories that you've seen in the media, on movies and stuff. No, it don't work like that. Exactly. Look at that. With coven and dedication, you will reach independence with self-reliance and forage. Someone here like foraging for oats and berries, you could be using this in your tinctures, or there's some type of oatmeal soap you make. It smells really good, really natural, and you've been trying to market it. I'm hearing that persist with dedication here. Persist with this. There's some type of person here too who used to be in a coven, or they are in a coven, but you're asked to take the lead. So you could be getting initiated to a higher ranking status, or you're being asked to leave this coven because you're really a free thinker and they want you to be free of any naysayers. And there also could be some type of conflict already within this coven. Yeah, with not binding. Somebody here could be feeling like they're bound to some type of coven, or a coven could be trying to bind this free thinker into staying. Take what resonates. Your ancestors are saying, be wary, use your discernment. They don't want you involved in any Coventry type of groups outside of, unless, and this doesn't apply if you are a traditional hereditary witch, if that's how you identify, because it's passed through your lineage. You may still be having to work with your family. But for some of you, I'm hearing you don't, yeah, look, you need to set boundaries. Ancient ones at the bottom, the old ones at the bottom. They want you to set boundaries between you and this coven or whatever you're working with. You're meant to work alone. Yep, look at that with midwife here and birth, because you're birthing something. And that rang true for the high priest and high priestesses I read for at when I first came back. So that reading may be significant for someone here. I'll put it in the description box. Something too around your birth, you need to set boundaries here. Someone could be pregnant or have a baby, and like the family or your spouse's family, take it how it resonates, is like encroaching on your boundaries. You might need a lot of rest, and your household is just very noisy. I burped, excuse me. Confirmation, you could be 37, 35, or 27. Your birthday could be on the 17th, 16th of May, or the 17th, 16th, or 5th of a month. Tell us more. Yeah, you're needing to set boundaries here. Yeah, look at this with Grimoire, your authenticity. You need to set boundaries. You're very different from people that you're around right now, or you used to be around. For some of you, this could be new people coming in. They're wanting you to use your discernment. I'm hearing this is your first real big test since your last awakening when it comes to how you move when working with your magic with other people. For some of you, you're meant to have a closed practice because you're too authentic to share your practice with others, and you're birthing something that this realm has never seen before. It's going to propel you in a way where you're very self-reliant. Yeah, you could have went, like I said, someone here too. Look at this. Be mindful of who you let in. You've already lived a cycle of persecution. They don't want you to do that again in this realm. I'm hearing you're protected though. It's just yeah. You could be a Dianic witch, or you're someone that works with Diana. Wisdom could be a very theme that she's been working with you. I'm hearing you could be a dog trainer or someone that works with herbs or nature in some form or capacity. But you're on the mark for what you're doing. You see how she's holding the arrow ready to raise it up to shoot where she has her sights set. This is letting me know that you have someone here definitely has a strong foundation in what they're building. It's just all about patience and planning and hitting your mark when you need to. You're on the right path. Someone here could be a kitchen witch. You hold a lot of sacred and ancient recipes. You're getting downloads about these recipes, tinctures, things that you need to incorporate in your occult store or apothecary. For someone here, your business is growing. Learn to trust. I'm hearing you don't want to outsource the work because you may love to work alone, but your store is growing, your boutique is growing, and you know you need all hands on deck. This may be a wound that you need to work around when it comes to working with others because you've been backstabbed and betrayed. That does not mean you need to carry that into this life. If you heal this wound around Coventry, you are fine. It is just, it's meant for you to do your own thing in this life because you live this type of life already. Take it how it resonates. For some of you, this was like you and the other high priests and high priestesses doing temple work and certain things like that. Maybe you're not meant to be secluded in a temple. Maybe you're meant to visit sacred sites and spread your energetic knowledge. Notice I said energetic knowledge. Just by you showing up, people get downloads. They get stimulated. Yeah, look at that with Oracle at the bottom because you carry the knowledge. Like I said, someone here is connected to the Oracles of Delphi underneath sacred sites. Sacred sites, I'm trying to tell you. Somebody could be in their crone energy. You are very much needed at this time. You carry hella wisdom. Someone here is, wow, I don't know why I'm getting this coming through. Someone here is connected to Estonia, or you could be from Estonia, or you're a digital nomad in Estonia. Yeah, with crystals and amplification here, something that you're doing is being amplified. So like I said, whether it's you working on wisdom, you working with Diana, there is just dogs barking. Or you working with Apollo here too, for some of you is significant. Tell us more. It's being amplified. Something too about your connection with the stars is being amplified. Number 11 could be significant for you. Master number 44. And look at that. Sacred sites and oracle and knowledge makes 444. You could be seeing that number, or this is significant for you when it comes to your protection, but also your knowledge, your downloads, things like that are protected for you. These ancient shamanic healing ancestors are not playing because, like I said, you're heavily protected with the ritual magic here, represents initiations. Can't nothing. Do you see the symbol on her leg? I'm go and Google this symbol. I'm not playing with you. These are ancient energies. This symbol was recognized in ancient Kemet, was found in ancient Kemet. Listen, I'm providing y'all enough knowledge right now already. Go and do the footwork. Tap in and read this. Read about this feminine symbol right here. But with ritual magic, like I said, someone here is very into high magic. You're very creative. You could do woodworkings or work with metal. Someone here sculpts metal. You make jewelry out of metal or something like that. You could be making rings or something. It's something you do with metal, or something about working with stained glass, or something about stained glass windows. Yeah, stained glass windows. Birds, like I said, could be significant here. What other messages do these ancient divine beings need to know at this time? I'm hearing dress the part. Look how you feel. If you want to try a new aesthetic, try it. Some of you may be researching or wanting to be in that golf type of energy because it makes you feel empowered. Black looks good on you. Red looks good on you. Wear it. Yeah, with weather magic here, like I said, some of you are gifted at manipulating the weather. And manipulating energy is really what this card represents. So even when I was just talking to you about the colors you look good in, some of you look good in emerald green, golds, and yellows. Someone here looks very good in midnight blue or like a royal blue. But this is that energy of energy manipulation. Like I said, somebody was working with the water or the wind, and both of those elements came out here. You could be a water sign or an air sign. Any last messages? What else do you want us to know? Tell us more. Tell us more at this time. Guys, this video is so long. And they like, we don't give a damn. I'm going to take that. Yeah, you could be into candle magic here. Either way, 404 when I said that, it was 40 minutes and 4 seconds on the timer. Your intentions are very, damn, with the number being 13, your intentions are very solid, very stable, unshakable. You're very powerful working with fire. You could be a fire sign or have a dominant fire, air, and water placements. For some of you, you have some type of earth stellum or something of that sort. You're like this with nature. Like, I mean, yeah, look at that with sorcery popping out here through poppets. Some of you make poppets and effigies. You make them knitted ones with like patches and stuff on them. They're really cool. They're cute. You can have an Etsy store, an Etsy shop. This is someone here has made, or you're being called to make tarot cards that have poppet imagery on it. But for some of you here, you're very potent, very magical. Yeah, with the maiden energy at the bottom. This is someone that you're being brought into innocence. You're being brought into a place where you're getting a new beginning. You've earned it. Yeah, you've manifested this with spell casting. And listen, whether you do spells, prayers, manifestations, it's all the same thing. Let's not, don't be that person. Take what resonates, please. This is very potent energy. Yeah, your power is gathering. Wow. With Moot here in Aradia representing magic. Your power is gathering. It is coming. You could be seeing signs and symbols. Confirmation with somebody that has some type of protective sigils, runes, or of some sort on a tree or around their home. It seems to be on some type of panel or log that you got from a tree, or you're being called to do that. Yeah, they're saying keep those symbols secret. Nobody's supposed to be able to see that. It's literally your energetic signature, so that when you're working or doing certain things, you can sign off using that sigil or that symbol. Yeah, you're becoming proficient in this. They're helping you to become proficient in your magic with foretelling here and familiar spirit underneath. Like I said, this ancestor is helping you to become proficient in your magic. Confirmation on if you want to change your aesthetic, it will make you feel empowered. Do so. Change up your look. Some of you will look good without bright colored hair. You might look phenomenal in black hair. Someone here is very gorgeous. You embody the imagery of Morticia. You're very gorgeous. Someone has very pale skin, but it looks hauntingly beautiful on you. Someone here too is also very melanated, very dark. You have very beautiful skin. People think you wear a lot of makeup, but you're just very healthy, not just physically, but also energetically. You could just tell people, oh, it's genetic, or I drink a lot of water, but in all honesty, you're just a very beautiful being, and it radiates from the inside out. Tell us more. What else these ancient divine beings need to know from their ancient shamanic ancestors about their power? What's going on? I said about their power. What's going on? We have awakening. You're coming into some type of awakening. You could have did a ceremony for embark. I believe that was February 1st for those of you who are Wiccans. Yeah, with manifestation here, with spell work, like I said, whether it's a prayer, a spell, a manifestation, is all the same thing. Literally, spell, manifestation. You say it out loud, it's a prayer. I mean, come on, y'all. You've called this in. You wanted something better. You wanted something more. Master number 44 on a timer. We're 44 minutes deep in this oracle reading. Yeah, you, like I said, it was something important about flowers. That's why you are energetically being awakened and prepared for spring. You're about to blossom. Whoever this is was in a cocoon, and now you're becoming that butterfly. So people won't understand you because you speak, you're on a different level energetically. So the frequency that's coming out of your mouth, the frequency that your throat chakra produces, is not going to be digestible to those who are not on the level that you are currently ascending to with the help of these familiar ancestors. What did I say with hand fasting? You're coming into union of some higher connections, whether that's with yourself or with some type of soul family member. You could be you could have had a hand fasting at your wedding. It was very beautiful, very much sacred. This was something that was small and intimate. There's only 2 people here. This was something that was small and intimate between you and your lover and whoever presided over the wedding. But yeah, this is you guys are powerful as hell. You guys are powerful as hell. I just said that, this card flew out. You guys are powerful as hell. I'm not even joking. And that's why they wanted this reading to be cut short, because they wanted the message to be chopped up and fucked up. And my team was like, you better keep the fuck going. Fuck them goddamn candles. You guys are powerful as hell. You can have a witch's hat, or you wear a witch's hats. Yeah, powerful as hell. Look at that with Letha out here. That this could be significant for someone. You could celebrate Letha, or but with this powerful as hell intensification. Whew, I feel bad for anyone who is trying to come up against you or who has, because the wheels of karma have turned. You are literally a highly divine and protected medicine wheel. Look at that, with hex and banishment coming out. Your team said, get the fuck out of here. You could be in your feminine energy, or like I said in that bad step reading, you're being placed in your feminine energy. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the deity. We're gonna pull some shamanic Netaru cards, and then get some gods, goddesses, and guardians. But yeah, look at that. Some of you have an ancestor who's a high priestess or a very powerful witch, and she be getting people to fuck up out of your energy. Like, she don't play. She, for someone here, the movie Insidious is important. And the woman, who was that? The guy, Parker Crane, the bride in black. Your ancestor could resemble that, and it could have scared the fuck out of you if you tried to banish them. But they have this very goddess and ladylike energy about them, and they feel very either like a best friend. They're just really like for you, and they let that energy shine through, and you're like, oh, okay, no, you're here to work with me. For some of you, that's what they want you to know, but they don't play. I said they don't play, and the death card fly out. 2 things here. They don't play about you. They will swiftly cause somebody to go through some type of spiritual death where they're forced to focus on themselves and turn inward to do the healing work. And I'm telling you, they can do it in the most horrific ways on the physical plane, because for some of you, this ancestor comes from a lineage or some type of star system that can manifest, some type of dimension that's able to manifest here on the physical plane, and they will body hop real quick to get some shit done. That's kind of like when you hear stories of people like, oh, I was out late at night and this dog or this person tried to attack me, but then this other person appeared and they, you know, scared them all. But when I turned around to thank them, they were gone, and they never seen a person ever again. Nobody don't know what happened. It's almost like that type of energy, like having a guardian angel. For some of you, it is a guardian angel. For others of you, like I said, it could be an ancestor who has gotten their wings and they are a guardian angel. But for some of you, a lot of this energy, this is underworld-like energy with this death, this transformative energy. This is that ancestor, like I said, like that Parker Crane energy from Insidious. They don't motherfucking play about you. This is that energy of the bride in black type of, like, you don't never see their face. They are heavily veiled. And, like, a lot of people don't understand why I don't show my face. Like, I don't need to be on camera for you to get these messages, okay? I'm kind of like them ancestors. Like, no, I like to stay veiled. You get what I'm saying? People like to be in your energy and be in your face and be in your eyes because they want your energy. But this ancestor don't play about you when it comes to that. You could have had a best friend and that shit, some shit got exposed about them. And that forced you to go into isolation. They could have betrayed you somehow. You would have never had believed that they would have done something like this. What other messages? Tell us more. Woo, I said tell us more. Okay. I'm hearing this is it for this. They're saying the rest is secret. This is something that you're meant to tap into with them, because certain things about your lineage is very secretive. It's very secular, very potent and very powerful. But whatever this is that they want you to tap into is bringing you stability. Look at this, a thing right under that. Like I said, somebody here has a thing. You have several, actually, for different ceremonies, different reasons, different moon cycles or things you do. But boundaries is important. Like I said, some of you have a archangel around you, or some type of energy here that carries a sword. For some of you, this is your own energy. You have this spiritual sword. You have this spiritual thing, and you are slicing the fuck out of things that no longer serve you. Sheesh. This reading is long. This is my first longest read, and if you've made it this far, please know this message is for you. I feel like it's going to be one of those messages that it only hits a rare few like it's supposed to. Everything is not for everybody. Tell us more. What else? These powerful ancestors. Yeah, we have autumn equinox here. Nothing is whole without the acceptance and acknowledgement of all with the moon card. Look at this. And more solar, lunar, solar energy, because this is someone that is accepting their shadow. Like I said, you could have gotten a jump on working on your shadow back when the sun was still high in the sky in the summertime, or you could have started in the fall or right before winter started, and you're coming out strong. You're coming out powerful and more whole. You understand the balance between light and dark. Tell us more. What else? What else do these ancient divine beings need to know? There's a lot of dogs barking back here. Yeah, it's something with the corn. Somebody here could live near a corn maze, or you like to go to haunted corn mazes around like October. But this is this energy too of you really coming into a path that's unclear, but having faith in your team. Yeah, look at that. With darkness falls, like I said, you could have really went in and started your work early with the autumn here. Kitchen witchery. Someone is definitely connected to kitchen witchery here. Your birthday could definitely be December 8th or August 12th, August 23rd, December 23rd. You could be 23 at life path number 8. All right, let's see. Yeah, some of these ancestors are actually bringing these deities, guides, and guardians to you. Some of them are actually guides, guardians, deities, and things of that nature. So let's see. Come on. What messages? What messages? Yeah, Mermaid of Lemuria. Look, Joy. Like I said, someone here could be connected to star systems, or this ancestor was definitely connected to the stars. And here we have Lemuria. So many different star seeds were in Lemuria. Andromedas, Sirians, Lyrans, Palladians. You could be connected with that. Yeah, you could be connected with mermaids. You could be a siren. Like I said, this is definitely someone that attracts a lot of energy to them. Avalon Priestess at the bottom. Confirmation on someone with this high priestess energy. Confirmation on the high priestess energy I picked up on that was in some type of sex work. You hold sacred sexual energy. At some point, you could have been working with Kadesh, or you could have had some type of awakening with her. Lions is significant for someone here. Yeah, look at that with Star Maiden. For someone here, it's okay for you to rest. Energetically, you need to rest. You've done a lot. Sleep could be significant for you. You could be getting a lot of sleep. Yeah, Artemis, brave spirit here. And here we got more stag and dare energy. You could be working with Artemis. You're meant to experience happiness and high levels of success here, and really and feel confident in like expressing who you are in yourself by exhibiting this brave spirit type of energy. Yeah, look at this with King of Neptune sensitivity here, and Bridget with you are a healer. Like I said, y'all are healers. Y'all are freaking powerful. You could be working with Neptune. You could be working with Bridget. Like I said, I kept picking up on Mary's energy. I said Mary Magdalene or Mother Mary in my previous reading. And that's because, look, she's right here. You're going through emotional healing because you are a healer. So like I said, those shadow aspects, certain parts about yourself, your team is helping you heal, but they're taking care of your enemies for you. You don't have to worry. They're very powerful, but so are you. Asclepios could be significant with someone, like I said, you're connected to the medical field some way, somehow. You could be an EMT, paramedic. You could work for, you could be a firefighter or a retired firefighter. With sacred medicine here, someone here, wow, you could be in dentistry. Your energy is very medicinal. People fall asleep around you. Y'all could be in the middle of a conversation, sitting on the couch, and y'all talking, and next thing you know, they're just asleep. Or someone who doesn't get a lot of sleep or has insomnia, they always fall asleep around you. Like I said, you're meant for sweet success. Share who you are with Ra right here. You could be connected to Oshun, Asclepius, Ra, King Neptune, mermaids, Kadesh, Artemis, the Star Maiden. Goodness gracious. That's good. 55 on the timer as I was calling out those names. 10-10, you could be seeing 10-10. Okay, tell us more. What else? What else do these ancient divine beings? Look at that with Sachet. You could be writing or creating and writing. You could be working with Tahuti or Sachet. Someone here has written down some type of vision quest they had in some type of sacred temple. Could be an ancient Kemet. Doesn't have to be. Could be in any temple. For some of you, it's a temple connected to Buddha. Yeah, look at that with Sacred Journey at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you did. Sheesh. Tell us more. You could be working on the emerald tablets. Someone here has, you're powerful enough, wow, yeah, stars, Syrian star blessings. Yeah, you're definitely someone that's very powerful, and you're receiving a lot of light, love, and blessings at this time. But you're powerful enough where you're like this healing energy. You're meant to dive into the emerald tablets, and I'm hearing about energetically transcribe them for yourself, for your benefit. Apply what has been transcribed to your soul so that you can emanate that energy. It's almost like a filter. You're able to understand and take in difficult concepts and break them down to where they're digestible for others, and it's through your energetic radiance. Tell us more. What I say is through your energetic radiance. We're energy healing here. Come on now. If you're still here, if you're still here, stars and timing, this message is definitely for you, ancient divine being. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yeah, this is the truth with True Future out here. Somebody here is a scryer. Ooh, you're heavily protected though. Like I said, with Nekbet out here, you could be working with the Syrian star system. You could be working with the energies of the pyramid. Someone here is connected to some type of ley line. Yeah, with Creator God out here, Canoe, you are the master of your own path, life, and ability here. You are this Creator God. It's trying to lead you. Look at that. With Sekhmet changing and healing, you're definitely connected to Sekhmet, like I said, in earthly focus. What did I say? You have beings on your team that can manifest on this earthly realm. With Geb we have here, Sekhmet was known to exact divine justice, okay? So like I said, they want you to sit back because they're taking care of your enemies. They're taking care of things that they don't want you to worry about. Whatever earthly focus that has been hindering you, your team is taking care of it. You're definitely, like I said, this is someone here who's a high priest or high priestess of Sekhmet. You could be in the medical field of some, wow, you could be in the medical field of some capacity, all because this wanted to keep coming out. And I'm here and keep it, so I am. Yeah, because these are heavenly messages. So let's tap into this. Let's get into it for you. Yeah, with mystery and ceremony here, like I said, this is someone that is very connected to the pyramids. You're very connected to the vision quest that you have. There's some type of rest and ending coming for you to challenges. Any challenges you have faced in the past, those are coming to a rest. Those are coming to endings. This cycle has closed out. Like I said, someone here has jumped timelines. You have jumped over some type of challenging timeline for yourself because it was never meant for you in the cards. It was something that was placed upon you to disrupt your mission or where you were supposed to be, but you underwent an intense spiritual transformation. Like I said, this is someone that's definitely initiated. What did I say? With earthly focus here, you're meant to receive and bask with vast energy here, joy and pleasure. You're not meant to be in discontent, hurt and boredom, conflict and defeat, lack, scarcity, and poverty. That was never meant for you. That was something that was placed upon you. You have broken that. Yeah, with divine awakening out here, you're birthing something new now because you went through a temple of healing, and if not, you're going to be. Emotep could be significant for you. You could be a deified pharaoh. Someone here is a deified pharaoh here. Yeah, with Anpu and with guide and protector, you could be seeing or hearing a lot of dogs, especially black dogs, barking. Someone here owns have seen a jackal, or someone owns a Doberman, and you clip their ears and tails, or that's how you had got them. Whew. Give me a second. Let me get a water. Okay. So with stars, so since we got some star energy out here, let's see, because some of you identify as like cosmic shamans, and you are multi-dimensional, and your team wants you to know that. They really want you to know that. Like I said, these messages are long because I've been going for months, but it's so much they want to tell you. Yeah, you are a cosmic channel. You're important. Like I said, this is someone who you're a multi-dimensional being. You're a cosmic channel. You have ET guides that are working with you. Some of these ET guides could be of the mantis prey beings, or there's some type of insect. Some of them could be draconian, reptilian type of energy, and not on any negative aspect, but in healing. Those were the beings too that were teaching about healing and things of that nature. So these are shamanic beings, and this is why you could be seeing shadow beings in your home. For some of you, you could have an issue with sleeping in the dark. You've been sleeping with a nightlight. You've always slept with a nightlight. This is something you could have been embarrassed about. But let me tell you something. You have a soulmate here who don't give a damn about that because they know what it's like to have beings visiting them in the deep depths of the fucking night. And they're going to understand that. So you don't have to worry about that. For some of you, this is going to be soul family, like, you know, brothers and sisters that you originated from certain star systems with, and the military knows this, and so they watch you. Like I said, you could be in a very recluse place in the mountains. You could have helicopter activity, but you own a drone and you keep watch of your property. This is someone that owns a fucking shotgun or something like that. Like, you could be very much, yeah, look at that. You're special. You're very much special, and you know to protect your energy here. You know that you have some type of future life connected to the stars, and you're going to always be a contact. Like I said, you and your soulmate and your soul family, you guys are a part of the hybrid. You've always been different. Confirmation on the Pleiades and that fairy energy I picked up. You could definitely be connected to Heharu. Damn, where did I put the deck? I don't even know where I put it because it was something at the bottom. Oh, here it is. I meant to say that. Yeah, you could be connected with Heharu. You could be connected to Venus. Aquarius could be significant for you. That could be in a major aspect in your chart. Because Venus is coming through with that energy. But like I said, there's some type of biological aspect here with you. You're definitely someone with fairy blood. You're definitely someone here with some type of biological aspect. You're definitely special. You're definitely one of the ones that resonated with the reading I posted the other day about being a rare starseed. You're someone that's very different. People feel like they can't keep up with you sometimes. Yeah, look at that. You have an ET spirit guide. You're a contactee. You're like I said, you're someone who's soul contracted to do this, to be a point of contact for them. I literally said that in a download that I had. Tell us more. What else? Yeah, they want you to share your experience. You're a true experiencer. You're someone who you tapped in and you really experienced universal love on a conscious level. It ignited your heart chakra. I'm hearing it bursted wide open and it aligned a lot of your chakras. It was like a full body cleanse. Energetically, you could have thrown up. Yeah, whoever this is, you're a starseed. You're meant to be here to be a guide, to be a teacher. What did I say? Soul contractee. You signed up for this. You are in their schools. You were aboard their crafts. Didn't I just say somebody was connected to freaking Venus? You have powerful psychic abilities. And your ancient, mystical, shamanic ancestors, these witches, these high priests, they're all working with you. A lot of them have connections to these star systems. And they're working with you so that you can heal others. Look at that. Didn't I say you could even be connected to the Alpha Draconians? You could know sacred healing modalities about the earth and about certain frequencies and energies. And I said you had a soul family. You're not alone, even if you may be alone right now. And I'm hearing that is all that needs to come out. So with that being said, I thank all of you so much. If you made it this far, this message was genuinely for you. You are an ancient divine being receiving assistance from these ancient shamanic ancestors. So congratulations. So with that being said, I love you, ancient ones. I'm going to close out this reading. And I thank all of you. I love you all. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Give that notification bell a big smooch if this resonated with you so you don't miss the next upload. I love you, ancient ones.